Good evening, council members. My name is Mike Mohill. On January 24, I came before council and made the following statements concerning Councilman Najarian. Councilman Najarian nominated himself for the Chair's Airport Commission, and nobody on council would second his nomination. Mr. Najarian begged to be appointed to the Airport Commission so he could brag about the appointment on his next election mailers. Recently, when Mayor Devine called for counting the votes for term limits, Councilman Najarian stated, quote, "My comments expletive at this time." What did Mr. Najarian mean by expletive? Expletive is defined by Webster Dictionary as swear words, obscenity, profanity, and four-letter words. Last December, city staff brought back to council the South Glendale Community Plan in which zoning was being discussed. Council spoke about traffic circulation and better public transportation. Also being discussed again was to bring in more affordable housing into an area already saturated with low-income apartment complexes, Mayor Devine. As a result, hastening and creating more traffic problems and noise. After nearly 12 years on council and previously on the city's Traffic and Parking Commission, Councilman Najarian acted surprised and concerned about the congestion of South Glendale, a problem he created when he approved many of the mega construction projects throughout the city with narrow streets and limited parking. It seems Mr. Najarian has a problem with hearing. When the residents living near the proposed Aloft Hotel wanted to downzone the area and requested an EIR report, he said no. And he furthermore had the audacity to state the proposed hotel located outside of the DSB zone is now downtown. Mr. Najarian violated the law he had approved back in 2006. One could argue if Mr. Najarian was re-elected to council in April for a fourth term, he would probably violate any new regulation for the proposed South Glendale plan. Last week, Mr. Najarian called me an empty can rather than addressing the issues I had brought forward. On November 15, 2016, at council, City Manager Ochoa suggested taking the $39 million from the Demise Redevelopment Agency, which the city will receive over the next 3 to 5 years, and place that money into an irrevocable trust fund in order to generate about $1 million in interest to pay CalPERS in the next 10 years. What is $1 million when our retirement pension obligations to CalPERS is $600 million? For the past several years, the taxpayers of Glendale have been sending this corrupt pension system CalPERS about $22 million annually. And Mr. Ochoa stated in 5 years the taxpayers' bill to CalPERS would more than double to a whopping $49 million annually. Councilman Najarian acted surprised again, calling the report mind-boggling. Mr. Najarian for years has been receiving thousands of dollars from our CalPERS union workforce and been defending their one-sided employment contracts to the detriment of working families who have to put food on the table. In 1985, the country of Yugoslavia developed the Yugo. It had the distinct feeling of something assembled at gunpoint. Carpeting was standard, and it featured a rear window defroster, reported to keep one's hands warm while you push the car. The engine went kapooey. The electrical system was, such as it was, with sizzle. And things would just fall apart off the car. Time magazine listed the Yugo as one of the 50 worst cars of all time. It seems that every 4 years, when Mr. Najarian runs for city council, he promises the moon and he delivers a Yugo. Thank you.